back to another episode of Boys Gone Wild. I'm here with my my beautiful assistant, Andrew Cohen. Andrews, you're feeling a bit worse for wear, aren't you?
Yeah, I went out last night. My face is looking a bit flush, isn't it? Like, look at all that redness.
Yes, it is. Well, you're just looking browner in general.
Well, the brown, that's going to wear off soon.
You do. Tandrew is aggressive.
Tandrew comes in.
It's fucking hardcore.
It's hardcore.
It's like, even with this sketch, it's like I desaturated you for the last sketch we did.
Fuck you.
Because it just didn't work.
You desaturated me.
Because it didn't work. You literally look mixed. It just didn't work in the room.
Oh, and you want to erase. You literally want to erase black culture.
Yeah.
And I am black culture.
You're black culture. Well, just in
the
white boardroom, you looked orange. It was like insane. And it kept cutting to me, and I just blended in with the white background.
You're just embarrassed.
And then it came to you, and I literally had to pull down the colours because it was just...
In which one?
The one we just released today.
You desaturated me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's something you should ask permission for.
It's true, yeah.
I don't think you can just desaturate a man without asking.
I literally stripped your tan off.
Yeah, well, it is good. It's
insane. It's insane.
Like, it's not crazy.
Where's it come from? I've got Italian,
I'm
heritage. Irish don't tan.
No, so we have
Do you have a tanning family?
Yeah, dad and mum tan. Well, and English. But Melissa just doesn't.
Brutal.
It's really tough.
Brutal.
She's got all the mental health issues, and she can't tan.
It's like Meg. She's like Meg from Family Guy.
Yeah, no, and I've been really squeezing it out because it's the end. It's raining. It's over.
'Tis come.
So I've been like, I've been seeking every opportunity to bask in the sunshine. I nearly went and spent like 10 minutes outside in the garden.
That's unlike
just
you.
Standing there.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite nice, and then you get used to it. It will stay for a bit, but it will go.
You need that vitamin D. My mum always says whenever the sun's out, do that because that charges your vitamin D hardest.
Your mum's like a fucking spook.
She is a spook.
She doesn't know what's going on half the time.
But yes,
I am a bit worse aware. I went out. Elle, my girlfriend, played at the Apollo last night.
It's pretty mad.
Yeah, it is. But she was supporting. So supporting Matt Corby.
Did you remind her of that?
I was like, when they were all cheering her, she came and I was like, guys, she just supported. It's not the main person. The main guy.
Got to keep him in
line.
The
main guy is coming on.
What are you saying this to strangers?
Yeah, I was like, trust
She's
me.
not the main person.
She's not the main. I know you've paid to see the
she's
main
like,
person.
Like, how long she's doing like 20 minutes, so that's like almost a quarter as good as the main guy?
Yeah, well, she did 45, and I was like, that's probably 5 too long,
Did she do 45?
No, she did 40 in the end. She was meant to do 45. Yeah.
Is that how long openers do?
Her and a guitar,
for music?
Man. That was quite long, I think. It depends, because you can have more
How
than
long did the main guy, what was his name?
Matt Corby.
Was he singing songs?
Good,
was it emotional? Everything was emotional?
No, it was quite slick and cool. Yeah, it's not like the fucking L, the fucking lame.
Yeah.
Oh, I got sad on a plane. But she was very good. I mean, 45 minutes of just her and a guitar is a lot because her band are not here. Her band are touring in America. But there was a point where, so I went with my stepbrother Ollie, and there was so we had backstage passes, and there was
lanyards.
No.
Okay.
No, the man, you have to stick him to your leg. The man got very angry that we didn't stick him to our legs. And there was a point where we got lost backstage behind the Apollo, which was fun because I'm like thinking about the people that were treading on there, and me and Ollie drunk out of our minds, going which way?
Yeah.
And then I was also like, I had no idea who the main guy was. I passed a few people, could well have been him. And
what I like is you can always, in any career milestone for Eloise, you can always trust that you're somewhere.
I'll be somewhere
pissed out of your mind, just lost, no idea where you are.
Berating her from the
That's
crowd.
what you can trust.
I had to I really wanted to boo at a couple of points.
It'd be funny.
It would be so funny. Just to ruin these moments. I had to stop myself. I did boo at one point. Ollie and I booed at one point because she mentioned her ex-boyfriend and we both instinctively went boo. And we got so many horrible looks from people. And then you don't really want to, I couldn't really go, that's fine, that's my girlfriend.
Because then you look delusional.
Then I look like a
maniac. You look like you're about to kill her.
Boo! It's fine, we're together. She loves me. But no, it got out of hand.
But when you say drunk, I don't know what you mean.
I was properly drunk.
Yeah.
I haven't been that. It was one where I was struggling to say things.
Sure.
Which I get every now and again. Which I'm very good at handling the old liquor.
Yeah.
Which is years of practice, unfortunately. But this was one where I was like, nothing's really happening. And it's kind of led into today.
All your years in the dojo.
Yeah.
Couldn't prepare you for this challenge.
Couldn't prepare me for the Hammersmith Apollo. Great venue.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, unbelievable. It's one of those sloped floors.
A rake. It's called a rake.
Is it called a rake?
It's called a rake.
Why? Nothing.
What
to
you
do
mean
with
slope floors on the stage?
No, on the in the audience. So like you can, it allows people to see.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good.
That's not a rake. Then I take that back.
Right.
A rake
so
is a slight incline upwards on a stage, so you can see someone.
That's the most boring thing I've ever heard.
It's
in my
really
life.
dull. It's really dull.
A slight slope on the stage.
Yeah.
So we've got an assortment of whiskies.
Yes, because
I'm
you're
gonna hair of the dog it. Otherwise, this is
Yeah.
going to be a rough 2 hours for everyone involved.
Well, I've got a good collection of whiskey because I keep getting them and I have no excuse to drink them normally.
Why do you need an excuse? Just have a fucking drink, mate.
Well, we got this one's quite nice. You should try that one.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee. Well, I'm off the caffeine.
It's not coffee. It's not like a mix. I think it's just called
it's
that.
not. It's spelled with a Y.
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry.
Try that.
Nika coffee. Yeah. Why not? No, it is open. Okay. So this is Japanese, is it?
Yeah.
You know, I the only time I've ever had Japanese
I'll have a tiny bit.
whiskey.
Yeah. But this is a bad idea. Only a little bit for me because yeah.
Because you go red face.
Yeah, I go.
Well, actually,
I just don't know if I want one of these pods where I'm.
Yeah,
I don't know what the occasion is already. We're only just getting back into the swing of it.
It's true. We'll end up at the Rusty. It'll be, and then
here's another thing.
Well, I was sussing. Elle is a big podcast. She's getting too much airtime right now, but she's a big podcast fan in general. And she people love it when you're drunk. By the way. That's something to consider. But she was suggesting that we do a monthly on Patreon, get drunk and play like dumb would you rather games. That's apparently what girls like to hear from a guy's podcast.
Is it? That's most of our audience.
Girls like hearing what boys talk about when they're by themselves.
But we don't do would you rather.
Exactly. That's what
this
I
is
said.
crazy. What do you mean would you rather?
Have you
what
never
do you mean
seen?
Would you rather?
Well, I think it's the silliness of that. But yeah, well, let me have a sip of this before we get into it. Oh, that's delicious.
It's nice.
Shit, that's red hot.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's really nice. Anyway, quick remarkable update. I've had two separate people message me with a picture of their new Remarkables that they bought because of the podcast.
There's also a comment saying they bought one. I don't know if that was also
that was a different person.
So there's about three.
I think 3 people.
You shifted
bought
three.
Bought a £500.
That's a grand and a half.
That's
You've
a grand
shifted
and
for
a
them.
half. It's remarkable.
It is mad because we didn't get paid for any of that.
Yeah.
We're actually kind of really looking out for brand deals at the moment.
Yeah. Remarkable. It would have been. Well, they're too classy.
You know, we're looking for work at the moment, and we're doing a lot of unpaid branding. We've even got this. We've got a sketch lined up about a TV show that's out, and I'm waiting to try. I DM'd Netflix.
DM Netflix. It's
I DM'd Netflix asking if they could pay us to
sending a letter to the president, really, isn't it?
It's messaging Cristiano Ronaldo after a football game. You did really well today.
Any chance of a picture? Why would you want a picture? Like a selfie? You never know.
I don't mind.
Something I noticed, which is something I didn't disclose in the last podcast. This isn't going to be another remarkable one because we've covered it. But I also spent more on this pen because I had an eraser. So I bought more.
It wasn't included.
So the pen, you have to buy the pen. Yeah. It's an add-on anyway. But it's kind of, you have to buy it anyway. I think
That's weird.
It is weird, but I think any other stylist will do. Any stylist will do. Any stylist.
Okay.
But this one, you don't get the different nibs.
Okay.
Another thing they get you with is that you have to replace the nib.
It starts to feel like a pyramid scheme.
It's a bit pyramid scheme. And
it's a no.
In order to do... My God, yeah. In order to do the, I think, Google Docs sync, you have to pay like £1.50 a month.
Oh, yeah, subscription based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they are keeping me. They'll probably end up getting like £10 a month from me through nibs and subscriptions.
Well, you got a nib subscription.
I haven't got a nib subscription. I'm not at that point in my life yet. But I saw, both of the people who sent me didn't go for the nice pen. And they've really, Remarkable have done a good thing because like, the bog standard pen is like white and 2 times fatter than that, and it just makes the whole thing look not debonair. And you want to look debonair with the Remarkable.
Exactly.
But it was good. So it's very amusing to me that 3 people have bought a £500 tablet. It's not a tablet, an electronic notepad because of the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know
crazy.
how I feel about it. But.
I know. Yeah, you're shaping young minds.
Yeah. Well, I'm allowing them to realise their full potential because
unleash the beast within.
Unleash the beast within. That's always been my motto.
Is that Remarkable 2's motto? Is it Tony Robbins? Unleash the beast within, unleash the giant within.
Tony Robbins is one of the most terrifying men on the planet. You can't be that big and have that big a face and talk
like
that aggressively,
and then give advice.
Yeah, but then be like nice.
Yeah,
like he's like Lord Farquaad. Really.
He should be slapping. He should be. I don't know. He should be slapping people.
Well, he kind of slaps the life into people, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's a bit like, so. Wake up, you pussy.
Yeah. Well,
tomorrow's coming.
Someone told me that he was only ever a motivational speaker, because I'm working on a bit about it at the moment, and someone
about Tony Robbins.
No, just about motivational speakers who've only been motivational speakers. Yeah.
Not another one. Sorry.
What?
Because every single time I reference the comedian Tim Robinson, I get confused between him and Tim Robbins, the actor.
Yeah.
And now there's Tony Robbins.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's three. Sorry, that's three.
That's tough.
Every time, because I don't want to. I even do it with you when we're up here in private.
You don't want to mislead Congress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to, even just with you, I don't want to, because that's the most embarrassing thing to say.
And also, you've seen the effect you have. You know.
Yeah, true. I don't want people going out and buying the wrong Tim Robbins. No, but I don't want to say like, oh, that sketch comedian Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
And then you go,
yeah.
What, the short-term redemption?
But I was told he was apparently, he started out as a motivational speaker. So that's all he's ever done.
Yeah.
So I've always been like, what's going on there?
He did build an empire, though.
So yeah, I guess it's impressive.
It's not. It is.
It's impressive but it's impressive. You should be motivating con men. You shouldn't be motivating people.
Because you've got no experience in actual... Well, I mean,
he's made loads of money, but what he's sold is the idea of how to make money.
Yeah.
So all he's ever made money off is the ability to make money.
Right, okay.
How do you start out? Apparently he was an assistant to motivational speaker. So he shadowed them.
I got so inspired.
As
one would.
He's shadowing. You know,
he'd be the most motivated man on the planet.
Exactly.
But then, motivational?
This is not verified. This is a woman in the audience.
Yeah. What this?
Who told me this?
Right. Okay.
Afterwards, yeah.
If you're starting out, I want to be an emotional speaker. Let's talk about it. I'm feeling pretty down.
So motivational speaker, yeah.
A motivational speaker. I'm an assistant to one, and then I go, I actually know what, I'm so motivated from everything that I've heard that I think I can make it myself as a motivational speaker.
How do you make that jump?
How do you get booked?
Yeah.
Surely, like, if I was right, I know I've got a lot of different hats on here. I'm taking off my I want to be a motivational speaker hat on. I'm now putting on my events coordinator hat. Mm-hmm. I'm an event coordinator who's what's your name? Just Pauline.
Put your Pauline.
Pauline.
Just to make it
Pauline.
More real.
Pauline. This is my Pauline hat, who is the
Pauline,
the events coordinator, and then Peter.
Yeah.
Why don't give them the same letter? It's going to confuse you down the line. Pauline and Paul. Okay, Paul is their brother and sister. Oh no, but that's how we got the gig. Yeah. Oh! So Pauline is the events coordinator, and she's putting on a event.
Yeah.
For people who are a bit down in the dumps, who need a bit of a kick up their ass. And she needs to book speakers.
She books speakers. Yeah.
How do you go? If I see I'm now Paul, I'm still Pauline, and I go. Okay. I see Paul applies, and he goes. Yeah. Oh, I'd like to do a motivational talk, and I go. What are your credentials? Oh, I was an assistant to one. I'd say I think I'm going to get someone better.
Do you know what it is?
How do you get your break?
It's the same game in all of these things, music, comedy. It's shifting tickets. It's only that's it. That's the name of the game, babes.
Yeah, but how's Tony Robbins?
That's the name of the games.
You can't keep saying that.
That's the name of the game.
You can't do
that. Welcome to the layer cake, son.
I don't like it in the cake. I want to be out of the cake. But then, what do you mean? How is Tony Robbins? No. How is Paul going to shift? How is Paul going to shift tickets?
Because Paul, well, that was the moment when he
but how does he get his first gig is my question. How do you say, like, a comedian, a musician, they can maybe get their first gig because, they've got some talent. For a motivational speaker, is there a talent? Well, that's the question.
What you wonder, is there like an open mic of motivational speakers where people who are like, there's
what a bleak Friday night.
Where there's like everyone's doing 5 minutes.
Type 5.
And everyone's like,
Anyway,
I quite like this guy.
That's my time.
If you guys want to see the full show, I'll be handing out flyers outside.
Oh my God, what a horrible thing.
Well,
I would like to go to one. It's like, I see, because you see...
It's fascinating. I'm obsessed with it.
My New Year's resolution is to go and, like, I should have done this actually. I nearly joined, you know what those TikTok lives that happen?
Yeah.
And then you get people who have got no followers and there's like 7 people in there and they're doing TikTok lives. I went on the live thing and nearly went into one and started having a conversation with them.
How many people were there?
7.
And this was a motivational guy?
No, just someone just fucking doing a live. Yeah. And I'm like, why are you doing this live?
Yeah.
I'd like to do more things like that.
Yeah.
Just jump
in real
into
life.
these situations.
Well, I'm obsessed with the...
Well, no, and also go on TikTok lives. Like, just have a conversation with someone. I could report my findings back. Is that not something that interests you?
You should go into that world.
You don't seem that interested.
Well, it depends who this person is. I guess
No, but is anyone who is doing a TikTok live and there's like 8 people in it?
Yeah.
I guess it's aspirational to try, and they think if they do plug it hard enough, they'll get somewhere.
Yeah.
But,
well, it depends who the person is, you know. Like,
but
I managed TikTok live. There is a thrill. You know, a lot of it is nonsense, but I had that moment with Liam Payne, which I'll never get back. I saw that live.
No, but
I saw him mix up. I saw him think he was doing 12 shows in 6 days in South America. He was doing 6 shows in 12 days. And then 2 months later, actually very recently, I saw a BBC News article saying that he had to cancel the whole tour.
Why?
I think he's got a throat thing.
Laryngitis.
Something like that. But it did still make me laugh, even though it's sad.
But I'm not talking about... These aren't celebrities. I'm talking about going into a live and having a full-blown conversation with someone on that live.
But to me, that's just like Omegle.
Comments.
Basically. What does that... What
do you mean? Because you can dive into the psyche of an individual who thinks it's a good idea to just go on TikTok live. I'm like, why are you on TikTok live? What are you doing?
I want to go to those like small seminars.
For TikTok live?
No, motivational speakers.
Yeah.
So like
the big ones though.
No, the small ones.
Right.
I think
the bleak ones.
The bleak. It's normally in like outskirts
Industrial
of London,
Park.
Reading.
Yeah. There's always a Frankie and Benny's nearby.
Yeah, and it will be like talking about how to unleash your full potential.
Yeah.
And there's 12 like rock bottom guys there.
Yeah.
And a really
they've all got bad haircuts.
Just the
and
one.
It's like, just get a haircut. I think that would be the first step.
Is that your motivation?
Yeah, I'll be like, get a haircut. I think things would get a lot easier.
But also, I sometimes see.
I need one anyway. So.
I've seen creators on TikTok who are telling you how to grow your. Like Billy Garton Jr. was talking about how to grow your online following, and he doesn't have a very good online following.
Does he not?
No.
How big?
I think it's like 40,000
on TikTok.
Yeah, and that's his main one.
Weird.
And he's got like 4,000 Instagram, but he did the podcast.
4,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did actually find him? Fair.
Yeah. But no, it's more because he was peaking when he was jumping backwards into cold water.
And he stopped jumping backwards into cold water.
He stopped, but that was the only content that anyone had any time for.
Yeah, and then when he opens his mouth, it's like, more of the jumping, please, right?
And then he pivoted more than I've seen anyone pivot. So he said, I'm doing a content pivot after. So he pivoted from.
I'm trying to think of a pivot joke.
He pivoted from what was netball, I guess. It was literally like goal attacking netball.
Yeah, what like a goal attacking? What, more than a goal attacking netball?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So he pivoted from jumping backwards into cold water
to forwards.
To jumping forwards.
A literal pivot.
He did a content pivot. Yeah. And then he launched.
Did he make a claim of it being backwards? Sorry to interrupt. Was it meant to be backwards?
It was always backwards.
But did he mention it? Was it like, I'm going to jump in? Was it not, I'm just going to jump into cold water?
I think it was just that. Sometimes he threw that in. He did
now.
like 170. It was a lot every day for 170 days.
Through winter.
He was in San Diego.
Doesn't count. Don't care.
By the way, who we're talking about is over lockdown. There was this young motivational speaker who was literally like 21 years old who, to motivate you, would say, I'm here every day. And he'd say something motivational, like, you got to believe in yourself. You got to follow your dreams.
Is he Scouts?
He was Scouts.
How's he ended up in San Diego?
Plays for MLS, used to, and then had a terrible injury. There's a lot of interest. I'm kind of obsessed with Billy Garton Jr.
Yeah. Okay. Good football name, Billy Garton Jr.
Yeah. And then he launched a podcast called the Aspiring Young Aspirers podcast.
So they're aspiring to be young aspirers.
That's
a pretty low bar.
And he talked me through. Well, he talked one through.
He taught me through.
Well, I was nearly going to have a one-on-one session with him.
I remember.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
I was going to have a call with Billy because he said if there's any young creators who are looking for like advice on how to grow their following, please message. And I threw my name in. He messaged immediately, and I was like,
that would have been funny.
It would be funny, but I'm like, but once again,
we're not good at pranks.
Yeah, and also it's not, the satire's not there because his life was too sad. It wasn't. It's not pulling someone down who's on cloud nine. This guy's struggling. He's really struggling. This guy,
and then you on the other end going, "What are you gonna do after the pool?"
Yeah, and then he pivoted. I don't know what he's doing now, but he keeps pivoting. But you do things about how to.
Are you still following him?
Yeah, he's not posting as much anymore. I'm worried about him.
Yeah,
He would post things about how to grow your online following and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then his online following wasn't very big. So like, what's going on? Like,
well, I guess it's not to be sniffed at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not, you're not paying premium, but you're doing something. He's done something. He's got a following.
I guess so.
I mean, 4,000 on Instagram isn't great.
Yeah. It's like follow your own advice, babes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So on the reg, we will throw out topic suggestions to our Patreons, which is another reason why to join the coveted Patreon, the Privy Council.
The privilege.
And we've had some pretty good ones.
This one's pretty good.
So we're actually going to do a lot of the things we're going to cover are by the Patreons. Now I think let's give her a proper shout out. The name, I think it was Natalia, said that she'd like to see an hour straight of me guessing the population size of various cities. We're not going to do the full hour, but I think everyone knows I'm not great at geography.
Yeah.
And I think this will be an interesting experiment to see how far off I can be.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, God's honest truth, I'm going to answer as best that I can. It's like my best estimate. Is the population of the world something around 2 billion?
Wow. God, you're thick. You're thick. 7 billion.
7?
2 billion. Where does that come from?
Well, is China like 2 billion? Let's just play the
China
game.
is about 2 billion, yeah.
Okay.
So like it's a very masculine thing being into population stuff, and it is weird.
Excuse me.
It's
a very masculine thing being into population.
But it's like a male.
Says the Google Maps freak. I wonder why he thinks that.
No, but I mean it's like a very male trait is the obsession with maps, population density. Because it's about being prepared.
It's not.
No, it's
a male trait.
It's about being being one of the decision makers. It's about being knowing that you're going to be called upon soon.
What, to discuss
play a part
the
in
size
things to
of
come.
a population?
To play part in the things to come.
No, that's
and
like...
you know you're not going to play part in the things to come.
I never wanted to play a part in the things to come. That has never been on my wish list. Play a part in the things to come. No, but that's the only reason I couldn't be Prime Minister.
Yeah. Well, it's because your lack of population.
It's my lack of...
gaps.
No, but it's not even
it's
population.
The gaps.
It is the gaps because, and like if someone would ask me the capital of somewhere, or like you'd expect the Prime Minister to know the capital of... Do you know the capital of Tajikistan?
No.
Pussy.
I don't know that actually.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Right, but let's do this. Let's just it's a nice warm up.
So start easy.
Warming up into the podcast. Nothing is easy.
Okay.
This is going to be something. Okay. I'm not taking the piss. I'm going to try genuinely.
All right, we'll go for don't go for outer area. Let's go for population proper.
I don't even understand the words you're saying.
Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
Fuck off. I think I'm going to get...
about there 12 times into Paris?
I think I'm going to get better as the game goes on.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm going to do my working out loud. Yeah. Don't react.
Yeah.
I think that London has something around, for some reason in my mind, I've got the number 26 million.
Okay.
So for Paris, I think it would be similar but a bit less.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 15 million.
Jesus Christ! You have no concept.
What is it?
2 million.
2?
Jesus Christ.
I thought they were all breeding like rabbits
Jesus
over there.
Christ.
2 million? How many's London got? Well, maybe
London's got 11 million.
11?
Yeah. So Tokyo. What about Tokyo?
Tokyo, that's bigger. Well, now I'm going to get better, you see, because I've got a reference point. My whole thing is I've got no reference point.
Yeah.
So 2 million Paris. We're going to jump that up pretty high there. I'm going to say 6 million.
14 million.
What? See, it doesn't make sense. How are you meant to know this shit?
And urban area would be 37 million.
What does that mean?
Well, that means...
The outer area?
Yeah.
The like business district? What's it called?
No.
What's that thing called?
The CBD.
The CBD?
Not the CBD.
Not the oil?
No. So it's just everything that's connected to it, just not the... So like Reading, would that be part of London?
No.
But then if you did
But that's
count
the
it,
central business district.
That's not the central business district. What the fuck? Is this good to listen to? Just hearing the two of the thickest people ever.
Well, one of them.
Mexico City.
That's the capital of Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that could be somewhere in America.
It's the capital of China.
Right, yeah. Mexico City, yeah. I'm going to say 1,500,000.
9 million. All right. What? Los Angeles.
LA's big,
yeah.
but it's really sparse.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 10 mil.
4 mil.
We're going to keep going until I get one within 5.
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
20.
8. Okay. What about Sheffield?
At this point, I'm going to stop trying to work it out and just go gut instinct. Sheffield, 500,000.
Yeah, that probably is right, actually.
Sheffield is 500,000.
It's 584,000.
Oh!
Gut instinct. Very good.
Well, let me flip it around on you very quickly.
Let's go for it.
Because you pride yourself in all of this stuff. And we're
rack
learning.
Rack them up.
We're learning together.
Well, there's going to be 2.
Population of Cairo. There's a fuckhead for you.
12 million.
Because
there's going to be 2 populations.
Yeah, so we're going with the first one.
Okay.
It's 10. It's
okay.
a good start.
Okay.
Population.
Rack them up.
Population of the Vatican City.
900.
Jesus, that was only a joke. 764. Population of, let's do, Dallas.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Good one. I think Houston is 4. I think Dallas will be 2.6 or 3, maybe 3.
2.288.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, the most you've been out is 2 million.
Okay.
Which is pretty astonishing because on my first one I was out by 15. I think if we added all of yours up, it would still be maybe a quarter of my first one. Yeah. Just because I want you to go wrong. Population of Jakarta.
I would say that's probably 12 mil.
Weirdly, it doesn't come out in 2023. Oh my, it's 11.2. It's 11.24. What's wrong with you? Okay, sorry. This is now just getting weird. Population of New Delhi. That's a hard one.
Well, it's going to be 2. That's probably going to be 25 mil.
It's 32.
Okay, fuck.
You don't know anything. Well, that's enlightening. I mean,
yeah. Well, this sort of leads us on to that big viral trend of like.
Yes.
Do you think of the Roman Empire? Have you seen this? These videos are quite annoying.
Have you been asked?
Do you think the guys are... I haven't been asked. No.
I've been asked twice.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was she recording you?
Because I've got female friends and a girlfriend.
But was she recording you?
No, they're not.
Okay, because it'd be great if they're recording you and then they didn't get what they wanted.
No.
There's quite a funny sketch actually in What Do You Think of the Roman Empire? And it's something else happens.
Yeah. Having a wank.
Probably. Don't deny it. You'd laugh at that.
I would. So, Elle asked me, and as did Izzy, our friend.
Yeah. Why girls? I don't understand why the girls are obsessed with this.
Because
they don't think of it at all.
Yeah. Now, so when
you've got, and I excuse the phrase, you do have girl brain when it comes to this.
Right. That's that. Phrase not excused. What do you mean?
You've got girl brain.
Why do I have girl brain?
When it comes to history and geography, you've got girl brain.
And all us ladies out there are taking offense at what girl brain means. Thank you. What do you mean?
It's just
history.
It doesn't.
I've got a fucking degree in it. What more do you want from me?
Yeah,
but I like
fooled me.
I like the history of ideas.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like an ancient. No, because I'm fucking cool. Like,
Is it?
I'm like, I read about Fidel Castro and communism, not like how the hieroglyphics were made.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like all the pyramids were created by stone on stone. So, but I do have girl brain, I suppose. It was posed to me how many times a week, and I said 0. Because I'm not a fucking loser. I think it's what counts.
That's fair.
And I hadn't heard about the trend at this point. So 0 times a week. But then when pushed for a month, Maybe once.
You think about Roman Empire?
Maybe once a month. That's what Will said. And like, I'm actually a bit scared to find out your answer.
No.
But I'm sure it's not insane. But go on, a week.
No, hold on. So once a month, what would a thought you might have about the Roman Empire be?
Wasn't that mad?
So you might have one of those.
But it wouldn't be like an in-depth, well, oddly, I'm listening to a history podcast at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do history because I've got girl brain.
Yeah.
You fooled me having a degree.
Drunk women solving crimes doesn't count as a history podcast.
Okay, I don't listen to any history podcasts.
It's a true crime podcast.
It's a true crime. Within the last 10 years. No. I think it would come up in my brain and I'd push the thought away.
Okay, so you're suppressing it.
Not now.
Like a closeted gay man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a closeted man. Because I'd be
the
like...
thoughts of Roman Empire.
But I guess the Roman Empire maybe wouldn't be... It would be empires, the existence of it.
And then the Rome would flash across your thoughts as you thought about empires.
But it would be so vague and so brief that it wouldn't even constitute a thought. So I would maybe, if I'm honest...
It'd be like a helmet.
It might be once every 2 months that I would go like, oh yeah...
6 times a year.
That was mad, wasn't it? But does it count if it was, that was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
6 times a year? For me, no. So when you think about it, what do you think?
I don't know. It's an interesting question because I don't know... People are saying like times? Twice a day, but I'm like...
I think...
But I don't know if that is interesting because I spend a lot of time with a deep melancholy about late antiquity, for sure. I think about ruins a lot, and I think what we've lost.
You got to pause there. What do you mean?
I think about the ancient world a lot, all right? It haunts me.
Can you give me a rough
So
ballpark? How many times a day? No, a week. How many times a week?
But there's the thing. It's not like a daily thing. I'm not
avoiding the question.
It's not. I'm not in a routine.
If you had to average it, Mr. Population Expert.
But it depends. Am I on my ancient world bullshit? You know, it depends what I'm on.
On average, a year.
I think about the past 6 times a day, probably, if not more. Yeah. So can you if I'm on my ancient bullshit, then it can be 15 times a day. But then sometimes not at all. So then averaging out,
around 10.
Average out, I would, it would come down to like
10 a week.
Yeah.
Can I what? Right, and this works because I don't get it.
Okay, so I'll explain why I think it is.
The past.
We're talking about the Roman Empire.
But I want to just.
What do you want to go into?
I want to pause on the melancholy of ruins for a moment.
Yeah.
Why does that come up in your brain?
So genuinely, I find it makes me feel less stressed to think that I will just disappear.
Oh, it's a fear of death.
It's a fear of death. Or like it helps alleviate those stresses.
Yeah, okay.
So if I'm thinking about, if you hear that people have lived full...
Is it like a legacy thing? Like they've died, but they still live on?
No, it's more like I'm such a small blip in all of this.
Right. Ooh,
and then I'll be interested if there's like I'll be very interested in like a city that was 2,500 years ago that no one knows anything about. Yeah. Maybe there's a couple of theories about. Trying to think about what those people were like, and the fact that they even existed will give me a real calming feel.
But I do it with aliens.
So you're watching E.T. to calm you down?
Yeah. Never seen it, but no. My example of that would be I'd think about extraterrestrial life.
And that would chill you out.
Maybe, it would chill me out.
Yeah.
I
spoke
about it in depth with Ollie yesterday, but of course I spoke about it in depth with Ollie yesterday. But
so you're thinking of beep beep boop.
I'm thinking beep boop.
And you're like, oh god.
And you're like, we must.
Well, you don't even know there's aliens out there.
Exactly.
So the aliens give you a fear. That would give me a.
I look up to the stars, fear of the unknown. Whereas you look down at the dirt.
No, but you don't even know what you're looking at.
Fucker. No, I don't know what I'm looking at, but that comforts me.
Yeah.
The idea of the unknown.
Yeah.
And I look up to the stars and wonder the seat in the infinite possibilities.
If you look at stars,
and then in our 5 senses and in our pathetic attempt to view this world, who knows what's going on out there?
Sure.
And then the zooming out thing actually comforts me rather than discomforts me. I think, well, surely then we can focus on the smaller things that are actually important rather than all that. Whereas I get that from thinking about life in space.
I do as well. Don't get me wrong.
I don't get a hard on for hieroglyphics.
I'm not getting a hard on.
You're getting
I'm getting a deep melancholy.
Yeah, right. Where are you sitting in this room? Where are you sitting when this is happening?
Well, it depends.
Can I guess?
What? I
guess it comes on at any point. Yeah. But is the majority of the time you're sitting on your chair with your legs on your bed?
Well, it depends. I don't know what that means.
Is that the majority of the time?
If I'm listening to a podcast, but yeah, I'd say that's where I'm doing that. If I'm doing hardcore shit.
Oh, if you're on your hardcore shit. So I think you're also a big procrastinator.
Yes.
Do you think this is part of procrastination? Yeah. So it's like I could either do the work I need to do, or I could think about ancient Roman ruins.
Yeah.
I would say I think about the one. I think about Pompeii once a month.
Oh yeah,
I'm a big Pompeii. That's
Roman Empire.
It's Greek.
No, you fucking idiot!
Oh.
You went there. You went there, you fucking idiot.
I've been there twice.
You've been there twice. It's in Italy.
The tour guide was really confusing.
You were in Italy.
Oh shit, I was. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? No, because for some reason in my mind, and this is funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool. He's no fucking clue about anything. God, he's so cool.
Anything is getting.
He's thick as pig shit. God,
talk to me about the Cold War. I'm a Cold War nerd. Because anyway, we can get to that.
Yeah,
but
you played Black Ops.
Genuinely, whenever I think about Pompeii and how it, like the actual volcano explosion and like the moments that it happened, I always think
we've got a clip about this.
I always think that I imagine Socrates getting noshed off by a kid, by one of his people.
I see what you've done there.
Being solidified aside because. So for me, it's always the fun. I always think about Pompeii because it's the most incredible thing in the world. Pompeii is insane.
Yeah.
The fact that exists and you see these things, it's obscene.
Yeah.
Always funny when there's definitely a guy who's having a wank.
Okay.
I'm almost certain there's a guy there who's having a wank.
Yeah.
So I've just equated that idea with the wrong empire, with the Greek Empire, with the wrong period of history. Yeah. And then I've gone like, I just imagine Socrates. Socrates
it would be great. Okay, so let's take a jump with you. Let's imagine that Pompeii was Athens.
I feel like you're picking at me because I'm hungover as well.
I do like the idea though, because they did love bumming boys. And all the smart, basically the foundation of all Western philosophy has been child rapists. They're like, that's like the foundation of it was, and it was a real. When we talk a lot about boys' clubs now.
Yeah.
You know, we talk a lot about
more than most.
Yeah, and we talk about like misogyny rife in industries. Yeah. This was a different type of misogyny where not only was it only boys.
Yeah.
It was a closed economy.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they were out, on the town chasing tail. You know?
They were boinking their students.
Yeah, it's like the women couldn't even get a look in. There wasn't even like a sexist place for women because they weren't even involved. It's like, babes, we don't even need you anymore. Yeah. We're fucking noshing each other off.
Yeah, and I guess
is that
the highest stage of enlightenment?
There must be. They're the smartest guys ever.
Yeah,
smartest dudes ever.
Hold on, we'll just bang each other.
Yeah,
but then he liked the young ones, didn't he? It was the pupils.
Well, my Andrew Wood, philosophy teacher.
Yeah, we are not getting away from the core concept of this conversation, by the way, because I have many questions.
Said that it was interestingly, and he's done a lot of research on this subject.
Yeah.
He said it was less like penetrative, where Plato would often he would rest his cock betwixt the young boy's buttocks.
I think that's where you got your obsession with the word betwixt from.
Maybe
because I have heard you say that to me.
Yeah.
I think over 20 times in my life.
But it's an important,
It is
It's important.
It is, and that what does
it's
that?
It's an important
why?
detail.
Why?
Because it's more gentle.
But then, is he coming?
He's not like, I don't know. I'm sure he came a little bit. But I think
Could you come if you rested your penis between?
Not of a
school boy, or of your bring BB into this.
No,
of a lady.
I don't think it was about coming. I think it was culturally just much more just the way that men would. It wasn't. They didn't consider it gay.
Right, because
it wasn't like viewed that way. It was
obviously
it was quite a normal way. It was like I've got my cock resting in the 12-year-old's. What? I'm not a paedophile. I'm not gay.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, if he doesn't break stride while he's giving his lesson, it's definitely not gay. That's just engaging the class.
Yeah. That's been called an active learner. Yeah. That's what we'd call that.
An active learner. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've done. I don't think you've given me a good enough answer for the ruins yet. We'll get to the Roman Empire.
What do you mean?
What happens?
Well, I think it's quite a basic thing, isn't it?
This
isn't it mad?
Yes.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
The Roman Empire, guys are saying like maybe once a
thing.
week. You're thinking about ruins 6 times a day. Don't act like you're normal.
Fine. I find
this is delicious.
It's great. It's unbelievable. I find it almost claustrophobic not knowing about the past. I feel when I see people talk about the past and have so little idea.
You're looking right at me. You're looking right at me when you say that.
It feels, and this isn't even about intelligence. This is about like.
That's what I think about you and
This is like how big the field is.
Yeah.
So this isn't about like processing power. This isn't about how smart you are. This is just about
an appreciation of where we've...
Well, there's a cloudy field, and the field is less cloudy now. You know, if I look at people, I saw someone on a podcast, these girls saying that they don't even know what the Roman Empire is. Right. I'm like, to me, that means that you can only see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you just start, for me, it's about clearing the cloud from the field.
Well, look, and in my defense, which I actually feel is necessary now, I agree.
Yeah.
But this is why I like the study of thought. So I enjoy the study of Plato and Socrates and their ideas, because those are obviously permeated throughout our history.
The Bumming Boys not as...
The Bumming Boys is honestly...
That's where I come in.
Horatio, I'm gonna say something honest to you right now. 100% of my knowledge about the bumming, about all of them bumming, is from you.
So it might not be true.
I would have no idea if I wasn't friends with you.
You're gonna do that thing where you often either misquote me or say something that I've told you that's wrong. You're going to bring it up and they're going to be like,
yeah. The amount of times, like...
what? No, he did. And you'll be like, so Socrates, he used to bum, yeah.
It's like the chopsticks.
You used to tell me, yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. That's the thing that you do. You tell me these are name facts and I go, okay. And then I'll tell so many people that eventually I forget that you told me and I eventually end up telling you.
But the Roman Empire with men...
Again, I'm not confident on your answer in the ruins. No, I am. Yeah. I am. I'll take it back. Roman Empire.
It feels like the reason why it's so, because that's more so than just being into history. That seems to be just, and I think it's.
What is it?
It's man's fantasy. It's male fantasies. It's man's desire for power.
But this was your sexual fantasy as well. No. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Well, we won't go into it, but yes, it was.
No, it wasn't my sexual fantasy.
No.
And it was a different period.
What period was it? Just quickly.
It was Persian.
No, keep going, yeah.
It was a royal Persian orgy.
The royal Persian orgy. Oh, what a 10 out of 10 answer that is. Yeah, okay. We're taking the royal Persian orgy. Were you fat in it?
No, I wasn't fat.
I feel like you should be fat and eating grapes.
Yeah. No, I was trying to keep myself fit.
And then they all come in dancing like this.
Also, have you seen much porn where you look at all like the porn star? Just as a side note.
There isn't no.
Because we don't look like porn stars.
No, because their faces are like that.
Yeah. Well, they always look like they're just really horrible. You know, there's no.
Well, they're like. Yeah. They're either like that.
Yeah.
Or they're like.
Yeah.
That. Or they're like. Well, now. Or they're like. Sorry, that was a bit. That's what porn stars. Porn stars are either that or that.
There's 3 types of porn.
No.
Yeah.
No, because they're all American. Or Russian.
I just feel that there's a great potential. There must be like you can find anything porn. Surely you can find like just dudes who look like us porn.
No,
I mean like soft boys. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Just like, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've started the thing. I'm not that up to date with porn. I've watched less, but there's
you don't order Porn Weekly.
No, I'm not in that. I cancelled my subscription
to Porn Digest.
No, but I'm trying to. Yeah. What? But they're all. What is it? What? Yeah, I guess
they're always just fucking dirtbags.
But I think that's because if you go into the more like amateur stuff, then you'll find it.
Okay.
That's probably the answer, isn't it?
Sure.
Because it's not gonna. We're not. Our faces aren't one for the spotlights. That's not what you want. Yeah. But no, I finish
Roman Empire. So I think it is from. It's the male fantasy of power. it's
no, but how? Right. So before you say that,
Yeah.
I need to understand what is the nature or the sentence that comes into your head when the Roman Empire pops up. So the Roman Empire is a topic.
Yeah.
What do you fill that topic with?
Well,
when
it
pops
feels
up?
like
So you're just working away.
yeah,
Maybe you're checking the weather.
yeah.
And then ping, the Roman Empire comes up. What's the sentence in your head
What do you mean this sentence?
of the thought? You know what a thought is. You know, like
I don't know how that doesn't really work like that.
like, so what's the what? So when it comes up subconsciously,
If I'd think about
where do you go?
I would think about a map of it at its greatest extent.
So that can right.
Yeah.
So my question is, and I think this is all the question from all the ladies.
Yeah.
Is how in the world do you go from? Does that come from 0 to sudden? So you'll be doing something, and then suddenly the map of the greatest extent of the Roman Empire comes into your head.
There'll be loads of different triggers. Or if
What's
I've
the
got,
trigger?
I don't, it happens all the.
Well, you spend all day on Google Maps. So
yeah,
that's,
yeah. There's like, yeah. To be honest, a map might trigger me.
Well, that was yeah.
But the reason why the Roman Empire specifically,
Yes.
is because to me to men, I feel in general, it represents the ultimate ideal of power fully realized, and I think that's like a very like male fantasy, especially men who are now working very modern sort of lives where they feel so
like
far from the historical heroic ideas of power that a perfect fantasy is the Roman Empire, which is
so sad. Though.
yeah.
But is it like
so? The Roman Empire to me, so there's been loads of empires.
Yeah.
Men are always going to be interested. It's probably
Because
the best. It is the best.
the Ottomans is the best.
No, it's not.
But they did the most landmass, didn't they?
No, not even close. The Mongol Empire is the biggest one, right? Of continuous land empire, like the most conquered in a period. But that was like 150 years.
You can say whatever you want now, and I'll say just letting you know.
That was like 150 years that lasted basically.
Oh, do you mean time wise? Yeah.
British Empire, massive, biggest ever. That was like 300 years. Right?
Yeah.
Roman Empire was arguably 800 years, 900 years, and it was basically
900.
So it's like consistently, and if anyone like fully dominating the idea of what we think an empire is, the Romans did it harder than anyone else did it.
Yeah, that's
Rome
fair.
as a center of a place. That was like the idea of Rome as like an imperial center was like that's as top notch as you can get.
Right.
You know? So I think it's more like the most classic empire of all time.
Yeah, it's classic.
It's the most classic.
It's the most classic.
It's whatever you think
vintage.
an empire is. It's
vintage.
vintage.
It's like a strong cheddar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mature.
It's
extra.
easy. It's easy to like. It's quite easy to understand. It's like bish bash bosh.
Yeah.
And
but
that's
I still don't. Right. I'm just gonna. This is the last time because we'll move on. But I wanna know what. So how when you think about it, how do you feel? What's the? And,
this is a stupid question.
Well, it's tough to talk to you about this.
Yeah, it's a stupid question. It depends what it is.
Why? Because like, is it an intrusive thought or is it something that you actively indulge in?
Well, it's a daydream. It's a daydream. It's a procrastination.
Are you daydreaming yourself in the empire?
No.
You're daydreaming about what it was like.
It's just mad. It's just mental.
But so why don't you daydream
absolutely insane.
Why don't you daydream about the British Empire or the Mongol Empire or the Ottoman Empire?
Well, I do.
Or the Jing dynasty.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, or Han mainly. But
so that's just thinking about wow.
Yeah, that's fucking mad. That's
it is crazy. But the thing is, for me, I learnt about it when that's mad. I don't need to think about this every day. And I think that's actually the healthiest answer you can say. That's mad. I don't need to think about that every day. I get it. It comes up. I'm not saying it doesn't come up because it does. I think, but maybe once every 2 months, where I go, oh yeah, that was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then it would have to be like some very specific triggers to bring it up. I think a lot of this is based on how often you engage in historical content. Yeah. How often you actually, if you read about it or if you're listening to it on podcasts, and you're actually going to think about it more. Some of the thing I think there's been a trend where the men have cottoned on to this, that the women are asking everyone, and they're going like, I don't know.
They're trying to,
I don't know, like maybe once a week.
Yeah, people definitely.
That maybe really,
and I don't buy it for a second. I look at them, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I'm looking at fucking jocks who don't know shit about it, and I'm like, you're one of us. You're a once every 2 monther at the minimum.
And also don't try and make it cool, because it's not.
It's not cool.
It's not cool at all.
It's not cool.
It's tragic, and it should be treated as thus.
My gripe this week is people that have like 2 nice rucksacks.
Well, I just got a nice rucksack. Was it aimed at me?
Have you?
I just got.
Oh my God, that's the rucksack.
Oh God! What the fuck? What the fuck?
I told that's the one. That's the rucksack.
With the waterproof with the roll top.
That's the exact
What
rucksack
the
I
fuck?
was thinking. I've not seen it.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is perfect. You're one of these bellends.
I was out of nowhere.
You've got that's way too nice a rucksack. Why do you need that nicer rucksack?
What? Because I was needing a new
I
rucksack.
realised I had one in front of me.
No, I need a new rucksack, and I need one for ages.
Yeah.
And I've been umming and ahhing for ages.
How much?
It was 90 quid.
90?
Yeah. You've just got a £500 notebook.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. That doesn't. I can't tell you why yet, but I will.
And so like I struggled a lot to get a rucksack.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it's very hard to buy a rucksack. But you don't really use a rucksack.
No, I don't use
I'm using a rucksack all the time.
You do have a need for a rucksack. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You don't have a need for that one.
Maybe.
Why?
I need one for Edinburgh.
No, look. The necessity.
I'm using it every day.
The necessity isn't the gripe. It's not saying don't have a rucksack. It's like don't try and make rucksacks stylish. I don't like rucksack fashion because rucksacks are embarrassing. And
this isn't fashion, babes. This is a waterproof roll top.
Babes, that's fashion.
It's waterproof.
That's an attempt to be fashion.
No, it's
that
practical. It's practical.
Do you honestly believe that
this is not a Balenciaga shoe, babe?
It's not Balenciaga. I'm not saying it's Balenciaga.
Ray Mears would approve of this.
I disagree.
Ray Mears would be like, "Oh, that's a nice bag. Is that waterproof?"
Don't you dare.
He would.
Don't you dare.
Ray Mears.
You think you're gonna fucking spend a week in the rainforest or like the woodlands in Kettering with that rucksack?
For an urban landscape, Ray would be like, "That's quite a handy rucksack there."
Yeah, but in an urban landscape, what's the need for any kind of practical rucksack?
What world do you live in? Are you thick?
I don't leave the house that much, so I don't know why
you're
anyone.
Thick, maybe. There's a chance you're thick.
Do you reckon?
Maybe.
I'm not ruling that out.
What supplements do you take, by the way?
Supplements?
Yeah. Do you take any
Are you
supplements?
implying I'm got some sort of
no
disorder that's going on?
No, because I've been interested because I think all supplements are bullshit, but I've started taking supplements.
Which supplements?
So I'm taking Lion's Mane. Right?
I don't take any supplements.
Okay. Because I feel
I'm au natural.
What I feel interesting about
what
supplements.
you see is what you get with me.
The
I
reason
take
why-
vitamin D tablets. Is that what you mean?
I
But
think
they're bullshit because apparently you need K2 in order for them to attach to the
So
receptors.
hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
I'm
still pissed off about the rucksack, but we'll move on.
all supplements are. I think all supplements are fundamentally bullshit, but they represent a truth about whoever's taking them. It represents
Like rucksacks, like people that wear those kind of
it's
rucksacks.
represents people's biggest insecurities. All right.
So what are you taking?
So Lion's Mane, I'm taking Lion's Mane, which is a last ditch attempt to try and
That
yeah.
is a tragic bedside table.
What?
Lion's mane mushrooms and mouth tape. What's going on? I know we're getting to both of them.
We're doing this is a studio. This is a place of work, and it's by my bed.
To be fair, I do feel bad for you because over the years there have been many things.
I don't feel that's fair.
There have been many things that I could pick up because there's been times where there's like a tub of peanut butter on there. To be fair, if it was in my room, there would be so many things you could pick up on. So it is tough. But at the moment, I'm going to describe Horatio as bedside table. That is basically the thing that he needs on quick access. The things that are his immediate essentials that he can't live without and might need them at any moment. He's got organic lion's mane mushrooms and a box that the only description on top of it is mouth tape.
Yeah.
So do you want to start with the mushrooms?
Yeah,
and go to the mouth tape?
So Lion's Mane apparently helps your memory and your recall. Okay, so that's my big thing that I'm trying to, and so I'm just trying my best.
But you're all right with that because you eat a lot of blueberries. Apparently, that blueberries are great for them.
Good.
That's what Elstad tells me.
So it's interesting because I feel weed. I was speaking to a comedian who quit weed because it stopped his recall being as good, his memory. All right, but he started taking Lion's Mane.
Yeah.
And so
how
I
often
don't
you
want
run into herb.
4 times a week probably still.
Yeah.
And so I'm instead of quitting weed, I'm like, right, let's set up a dog fight.
Yeah.
On my memory.
Right.
I'm gonna get lavender spray. Lavender helps.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get Lion's Mane.
Like
and I'm not gonna
object
and I'm not gonna stop my habit of weed.
Yeah.
Let them fight it out.
Yeah.
Let the Lion's Mane and the weed.
I reckon the weed will win. Let me take a brief. Let me take a brief guess.
Let them fight it out. Rack them up, boys. Come on, Lion's Mane.
Can I get the bottle?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just read the description.
Yeah. So it's weed versus...
The most annoying thing, sorry, because I had I want to get... Can we pause on that? No.
Yeah.
The mouth tape, because the mouth tape was ordered. I walked down into the kitchen at one point. I was minding my own fucking business.
Living your life.
Living my life. Went to go and make some lunch.
Yeah.
And then just as I'm walking into there's a little table on just before you get to the main cooking area. I just see this little box and it piqued my interest. And I just looked at it and it just said mouth tape. And I was like, well, that's hilarious. I bet it's Horatio. I wonder what it's for.
Do you want to get it as well?
No. And this is the thing. So I spent a good 5 minutes
really
looking at it because the most frustrating thing, because on nowhere on this box does it say what mouth tape does.
It doesn't.
So it says mouth tape. It goes mouth tape, and on the front it's like a nighttime thing. So there's a
woman sleeping.
There's a moon and stars, so it's clearly a sleeping thing. But it says underneath mouth tape, it says barely noticeable, easy to apply, hypoallergenic, comfortable. I went right, okay. That says why it's good mouth tape, but it doesn't say what the purpose of the mouth tape is. I then turn around and see the ingredient. There's one ingredient, medical material. That's the only ingredient. Then the safety warning, if you had the following conditions, please do not use. Lists the different conditions. Then says how to apply it. I think, right, okay, that makes sense, it's a medicine, but at somewhere on this box it's going to say why one buys mouth tape. Turn around, on this side of it, just says mouth tape again. And that's it. And I stood there for ages thinking like, why does someone buy mouth tape?
Yeah.
So we have to go
the
to the
reason
mouth
why I got mouth tape, and to be honest, it's always embarrassing because if you ever fall for an internet fad, it is embarrassing.
Did you see this on TikTok?
Yeah, of course, both of them.
I would
no,
never,
not Lions Mane.
You didn't buy it on TikTok, did you?
No.
How much did these cost?
This was £10.
How many? Loads of pills.
Loads in there. It's good.
Yeah.
And then this was maybe
So
£8. This is 100.
Should we do a live mouth?
Well, it's meant you meant to have them daily.
Should we do a live
with food?
Should we do a live mushroom main?
Well, it won't do.
No, I'm going to suddenly remember everything about the Roman Empire.
Because I think it's
that's
just
the thing about 10.
it's a stupid. It's so dumb. It's so embarrassing taking pills to make yourself better because it's just like this idea that it's like the film Limitless almost.
Have you seen that guy?
Now I'm on Lions Mane, but then
Have you seen that
weirdly,
guy?
who? You can't just say that.
Oh, I've got 3 grapes.
Oh,
power's gone off.
So with Lions Mane, it's embarrassing the idea.
Lions Mane mushroom.
I think. Do you know what? It might help me with. It might help placebo, and it might help. It might help me think about memory more.
It might help placebo.
Well, I think a lot of these things,
like that.
a lot of these things. If you take this once a day and it's to help your memory, I do genuinely think you'll have better memory just because you're thinking once a day about improving your memory, right?
Nah. No. Hard pass for me on that one.
So
let's go to the mountain.
So mouth tape.
Yeah.
I first saw it when someone was saying, "Why does?"
Can I guess?
Why?
Before.
Go.
Is it a snoring thing?
No. So I saw Erling Haaland used it, and there was a TikTok explaining why Erling Haaland posted a picture of him using it.
You did explain this to me. I just remembered.
So basically, it's to stop mouth breathers, which is a humiliating thing to be.
But that's an insult as well. Was it an 80s insult?
Sort of. But
it's
kind of
in
implies
Stranger Things.
It just implies you're a Neanderthal.
I'm just saying it was in Stranger Things.
Implies you're thick. It implies you're...
Well, because it's a bit like...
well, it's bad
Neanderthal.
for you. Yeah, Neanderthal.
Even though...
And so I wake up every morning feeling like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like I've been like six
Again,
guys...
I feel like the weed might be...
I feel like 6 guys have jumped out of a car with
so
a
these
crowbar.
are 2 things of saying, I want to keep smoking weed, but I don't want to feel shit in the morning and forget everything.
Weed versus these boys.
Yeah. I wonder what will win. The mouth tape or the
So the mouth tape means forces you to breathe out your nose when you sleep. And if you breathe out through your mouth, it's just bad for your brain.
How much of a cunt do you feel when you put it on?
Not great.
Yeah. How many times have you used it?
I've used it twice.
So, sorry, finish the explanation.
The problem is because of my beard.
No, but finish the explanation.
And that's it. That's why there's nothing on here.
Why is it good to just breathe through your nose?
Because I don't know the science behind it, but it dries your... If you breathe through your mouth when you sleep, it dries your mouth out. It's worse quality oxygen to your brain. It makes you feel more tired. It's just, but you have worse quality sleep.
I guess the nose is closer to the brain.
Well, you're just meant... I don't know. I don't understand that bit because I'm like, mouth's a bigger hole.
Where did you hear
mouth's a bigger hole than nose. That's not bullshit.
I can't argue with
You're meant to. That's not bullshit.
No one's arguing.
You're meant to breathe out your nose.
No one is arguing that the nose is a bigger hole than the mouth. Well, other than maybe on your face. But
I'm not arguing about that stuff. I'm saying it's proven that breathing through your nose is better for you than breathing through your mouth. That's
sure.
like
I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Where did you hear that Erling Haaland uses it?
TikTok.
Yeah.
I saw a video
like
of him.
a deep fake.
Do you think it was a deep fake?
Yeah.
Do
you think Erling Haaland uses that brand of mouth tape by what's the
No, I didn't buy it off the video. I then went on Amazon and found
Can you apply some mouth tape for us?
right now?
Yeah.
So
are you going to do this? How do you think this is?
The problem is my beard makes it harder, and Haaland doesn't have a beard, so it's much easier for Erling Haaland to
In
use
honesty, how long do you think you're going to buy another box of mouth tape?
Probably not because of my beard.
Right.
Because it doesn't really stick on.
So there's a gap in the market?
Because I wake up every morning and the mouth tape's off. Well, I've done it twice.
Yeah, because it's like, how much did it cost, the mouth tape?
Like £7 for 120 of these.
120? That's bad mouth tape.
Someone's sleeping like this.
You can't sleep like this. Has BB seen you with that?
Yeah, she uses it when she's there as well.
I guess if you're gonna use mouth tape,
If you're thinking that she's laughing at me, no, she's a yes man in these situations.
she's straight in the mouth tape as well. Wait, so hold on. It doesn't seem to true. Oh, try and open your mouth gently. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there was some
but naturally you won't. And also, this is what I think it will help you: is it does make you think about it more.
Again, these are things that just to make mate, just write it down in a notebook. Get remarkable.
Fuck off. We've got both of our bullshits here. We've got all of our problems between
quarter life crisis.
It's remarkable.
It's a quarter life crisis.
And lines, mate.
And I would bat mine to the hills. If you want to think about thinking about memory and trying to breathe through your nose more, I will get you some sticky tapes.
Yeah.
That's not the right word.
Well, yeah, normal tape would work, but I just
No. I didn't even mean that. I meant post-it notes. I would get you some post-it notes
to stick on my mouth
on different walls, and you'll think
I'll use it as mouth tape.
I use it as mouth tape. Put them round your walls, and it will say, and we will write, think about memory, breathe through your nose. You're buying these products in order to think. Why am I holding the remarkable? You're buying these products in order to think about it.
As you're saying, yeah, because you got insecure about saying you're buying these products.
You're buying these stupid products because you're having a crisis. Speaking of which,
well, we should go to the Patreon now. But do you want to give them these?
Yeah, I'll give them what was the gripe I had?
Do you want to give the unpaying peasants these?
The gripes, yeah.
Do they deserve this?
Yeah,
or is this behind the paywall?
We'll give them the gripes. Shit,
you get a gripe.
Horatio, we've done none of that. we had an 11-point plan. Oh no, we did lines, mare, mushrooms, and lip tape, and that's it. The one of the gripe is, have you seen that guy?
We're getting thicker. I think people could chart this as the podcast.
Obviously, I've given up.
I think a lot of this podcast is getting closer to absolute. People,
which will make us more likable.
Yeah,
it's the thing.
We're more down to earth.
Yeah. So
more relatable.
What was the gripe I said earlier that I forgot?
About my rucksack.
No. But there was another one that I said just before. We're never going to remember that.
So you don't remember your own gripe?
Yeah, obviously. But the third one was...
Bro, you need lion's mane.
You know those... Oh, God, my memory is... You know that's dog
But
shit.
this is the thing I want to say, actually, about memory.
Yeah.
We both have bad memory.
Correct.
And we both have...
But how would we remember?
So...
Let it sit.
No, I'm not going to let it sit.
Let it sit.
I'm gonna save you here.
Yeah.
We both, in quite a bashful way, will bring up that we have bad memory. Oh, we have bad memory. We'll throw it around.
Yeah.
But what you're saying when you say you have bad memory
is I can't remember my life, and I can't.
Well, it's also saying that you're thick. It is stupid.
There's different types of intelligence.
There is, but memery is a huge part. Like
Correct.
having bad memory. This is what I mean. It's like we say memory as if it's like a sort of like
whimsical
thing. No, you're thick.
No, I know. I'm not in no way. In no way am I questioning that.
And so am I. But I'm saying, like,
so am I. In no way am I questioning that. And I'm not. The thing is, my memory will not be better by taking.
Is this the rub?
And here it lies.
Yeah.
I am not questioning. I will never. These pills will never be able to improve my memory.
No.
A lot of intelligence is about right. Well, this is too long a discussion. We'll do it on the Patreon. My final gripe is you know that guy who's been trying to be the oldest guy
The oldest guy ever.
The oldest guy ever. No, you know the guy who's trying to live for the longest in the world? Have you seen him go doing
No.
the podcast? You've not seen him. He has 20 pills a day for breakfast.
Oh, you mean the guy who stole his son's...
That guy.
They're like, he stole his
guy.
son's... Not stole it, like, took his son's blood.
And no, I have never...
I'm terrified my dad finds this guy.
Yeah.
Because then he's stealing my blood.
So here's my gripe. I have never and will never want a guy to get hit by a bus and die more than that. I would pay. Horatio, I'm not joking.
Should we get a hit on it? If you were going to get a hit...
I do it. I'm actually quite disconcertingly serious here. Genuinely quite disconcertingly serious. If I could...
You want to kill this guy?
If I'd spend... I think I'd spend all my money that I have. I'd spend everything in my savings. It's not much, but I'd spend it all.
So it's not a great hit, man.
If he could... No, not a hitman. I don't want him to be assassinated. I want him to not look both ways across the road and step in front of a bus.
Yeah.
The man who spends his whole life trying to be the longest guy to live ever, by all these vitamins and like just
eating the worst meals of all time,
basing your life on the attempt to make it longer, I think is the most pathetic thing you can do.
Tragic.
I want him to get hit by a bus. I would spend it all just for the headline. Man who's trying to be the longest man to ever survive gets hit by the bus.
Not a well-written headline,
age
but it doesn't matter.
55.
I don't know what publication this is.
You didn't even let me finish. Age 55. That wasn't a bad man who's
trying to be
right. You want to probably man who's trying to live. Fuck it. Yeah. We'll see you on the Patreon. Have a good week.